Annoying Vegan presents. Today I'm going to make a mushroom, tomato, and kale curry. I'm serving that with Moong Dal, which is the small yellow lentils, and that's going to go over Jasmine Rice. So as you can see here, I have cut up my white mushrooms. I like those kind of mushrooms, or baby bella mushrooms, for a curry because they have some substance to them, so don't cut them too small. Likewise, I really love red onions, and you saw I removed the outer skin. Now I'm just cutting the onions again so that it's not diced and still a little bit chunky, so hopefully when you eat the final curry there's still obviously onion that's not completely disappeared into the dish. And to that I'm adding plum tomatoes or tomatoes. Now plum varieties seem to be good for something like this because they're a little firmer than some of the on the vines type of tomatoes, and I didn't want to use cherry tomatoes because I wanted to cut them. Next I take my garlic, and you can see I removed the little hard part at the end where it was affixed to the clove, to the bulb. And with the garlic, again, I'm slicing them in half, but I want them to sort of stay semi-intact so that when you eat the curry, you might get a small piece of garlic, which by the time it's cooked down will be not unpleasant. So there you saw 2 green chilies. I really like my chili spicy, and so you'll see that I've cut the 2 chilies circularly, and I did not remove the seeds, so that's going to be a spicy curry. So in goes the cumin seeds, the coriander seeds, sea salt, black pepper, and some paprika, which will give it a nice smoky flavor and maybe help the coloring. In goes the garlic, mushrooms. Now you want to stir this around a little bit and let it cook so that the mushrooms are halfway cooked. I'm adding some turmeric, again for a smoky flavor and color, and a little more cumin, this time in a powder. And after this, we shall add even more Indian flavors, but before then, I'm putting a small amount of gluten-free tamari. Here goes the garam masala. So garam masala is an Indian spice that's in a lot of curries. It contains a mixture of spices. It's actually a blend. Then I added almond milk for a little creaminess. And now that the onions and mushrooms are cooked, I'm adding the tomatoes and the kale. At this point, the dish is already hot because I've been cooking for about 5 minutes. So I've added the kale and the tomatoes, but I've actually turned the heat off and put the lid on to let it steam for a few minutes. I'll put the heat back on before I serve it to cook the tomatoes a little more. Now I'm going to prepare the rice, and you have to have coriander or cilantro in almost every curry you make. So I had a little left over, so I just put it on the rice. And as you can see, my yellow lentils Moong Dal is a little watery, which is deliberate. Moong or any kind of dal will thicken. And what you end up with is this gorgeous curry over Moong Dal and rice. Now, going back to the lentils, if you want them to be thick, then you need to adjust the water accordingly if you're serving it right away. If you make it and it's thick and then serve it the next day, just add water. So here you have mushroom, tomato and kale curry over Moong Dal and Jasmine Rice. Totally vegan, totally delicious, totally gluten-free.